Heya, welcome to the channel. I'm Wooly, and this is Book Fair, the attack pier. Still working on cleaning up the stats page, we spent some time training woodcutting on Fossil Island. In the process, we managed to get a decent amount of fossils. We're going to be using these a bit later for some free XP. Before too long, we'd hit 70 woodcutting. One more down on the road to base 70s. Now that woodcutting is at a stopping point, we went back to the camp to make use of those fossils. After heading back to the museum, we got to work completing some of the displays. We're going to be using these lamps on Slayer, which should save us a fair bit of time. With all of our fossils spent, it was time for some lamps. That brought us from level 26 to 39 Slayer. There are still quite a few displays that need to be filled, but they're going to have to wait until we have more fossils. In the spirit of variety, we went to the Barbarian Village for a day to bring up the fishing level. Starting at 50, we finally hit 70 fishing. Next up was some Soul Wars to bring us to 70 hit points. Five more levels indeed. We also reached 78 attack on the avatar, along with 52 combat. We are finally coming in with the last batch of Zeal. Almost there. And got it. 75 HP. This is going to allow us to use Zenyte jewelry, as well as access the Zami God Wars dungeon. Big fashion moves. While I was busy with some other things, we went to the Zaya Dungeon to AFK. Here we're hoping for some shards and totem pieces. After a couple hundred kills, we were able to get the third and final shard needed to create the Arclight. While this 75 attack weapon won't be an upgrade to our regular DPS, it is able to one-shot the altars in the Skotiso fight. Situationally, this is going to be invaluable. Now all that's left are the totem pieces that, when combined, act as the key to access Skotiso. A couple hundred kills later, and we obtained our first champion scroll on the account. This was a pretty lucky drop at 665 Moss Giants. Who knows, maybe we'll get lucky with the other scrolls too. Continuing with the good luck, we finally saw our first totem top around 50 kills later. Let's go get the other totem pieces and see if we can push our luck a bit further. Now that we have the totem, it's time to gear up and give it a shot. I wasn't too sure what to bring, but I'm hoping that this will be enough. Win or lose, the totem is consumed on attempt. Fingers crossed this works. From what I understand, Skotiso isn't all that much of a threat by itself. However, the altars in its room complicate things. When awakened, each of the 4 altars reduce the damage the boss takes by 25%, up to 100%. Thankfully, the arc light deactivates the altars in a single hit. Starting the fight, we want to use Protect from Magic until we get closer, as it can hit fairly hard. The first spec was a hit, and lucky with the second as well. Into a max hit with the Colossal Blade. This is getting off to be a great start. Now that the altar spawned, it's time to test out the arc light. That 100 damage was really cool to see. And then things started going downhill. After a lot of unlucky hits, the altars began respawning faster, sometimes only being inactive for a few seconds at a time. I think that it's time we take our loss, and hopefully come up with a better strategy for next time. Well, while that was not the ideal outcome, I feel like a lot was learned from this attempt, and I'm really looking forward to the next one. I also wanted to apologize for the gap in uploads. I'm medically retired, and at times that will put me out of commission for weeks at a time. But now that things have calmed down, we're back on the grind. Stick around, we've got some more Attack Peer progress, Iban's PKing, and a collaboration video with another content creator you might know. Stay safe out there. Stay you.